are tuned in to Offering Something. I am your host, Michael Bernier. Feeling so good to be alive. That is for sure. Thanks for checking the show, y'all. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Click the notifications bell. You know. Oh, yeah, Offering Something brought to you with support by Enjoy Your Life brand, the Higher Education Music and Arts Festival, and Riverwalk Brewing Co. It's 2021, y'all. That is real. Yeah. All right, so today we have a cinematic episode in store for you with a guest who is an artist, a videographer, a producer, a director, a Grammy nominee, a mastermind behind the lens, an entrepreneur, a good human, a friend, and he is undoubtedly offering something. It sure is my pleasure to introduce to y'all Ben Proulx of Project 2 Studios. What's up?
Especially a friend. Especially a friend.
Yeah, man.
This is really good.
Riverwalk Tiki's, I believe it's called. Yeah.
I actually I didn't expect to, because I don't really like fruity stuff, but
And
this
there it is.
This is like a fruity one.
A fruit love.
I really like this.
All right. So, since I've seen you last, a lot has gone on. You've been working with Joyner Lucas, Mark Wahlberg, Ashanti, Chris Brown, Chris Webby. You're everywhere. So, woo, boy, I'm super stoked to have you here. We got a lot to talk about. You're an inspirational individual. Thanks for being in the room here with me today. Now, how would you describe whatever it is that you do to somebody that does not know Ben Proulx, has no idea? You're at a party, you're talking to a stranger. Hey, what do you do, Ben Proulx? Is that how you say your name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Most people don't get that.
Yeah.
I got actually
Prox.
We're doing a super. I'm working on a super cut of all the reaction videos that pronounce it wrong. I'm gonna try to put that.
Damn, I can't be on it.
No.
So what do you do, man?
So I don't know. That's probably what I would say at a party too.
How do I?
I don't know. I do art stuff and do video stuff.
Art stuff and video stuff.
Art stuff and video stuff, man.
That is an incredible explanation for what you have going on, man.
I'm just trying to keep up, though,
I know.
Right now.
So a large part of what you have going on is music, video, production, direction, editing, all that. So what is it that you feel that separates you as far as the videos that you're producing from everybody else? Like, why is it that people are like, yo, the videos that Ben is producing are on another level? What's the separation? What's your differentiation point?
So I think that answer to that question is with the artist, because the artists, the thing that separates me probably is like me letting the artist be the artist. As much as possible, like making sure the artist is the artist. You know,
so
what I mean?
you're capturing the actual individual of whose video it is.
Yeah, all I do is listen. You know what I mean? Like, that's really it. Like all I'm doing is listening. Like what do you want as an artist? You know? And like who are you? And like everything Joyner says, everything Token says, everything Prevail says, anybody I work with, when they speak, I'm just listening and just hearing what they might not even think they want, but they do actually want. Like I'm looking for that. You know what I mean?
So you're a sponge, and when you get there to do it, you're just like soaking up the things that they're saying, whether they know what they're saying or not. You're piecing it all together, and you capture their vision, and you feel like
as best I possibly can to make, and everybody's different, and you know what I mean? What I think Joyner's goals, and it's great. And working with Joyner and working with Token, especially, and Brian too.
Brian? Who's Brian?
Brian's the lead singer of I Prevail. Which is a awesome metal band.
Metal band, I Prevail.
I shouldn't say metal band. Melodic.
What should you
it's
say?
Like a melodic cross. It's not a genre. Is what I should say.
Okay, not a genre band. All right.
They have they have metal root though to them, and I love that about it. But so I'm saying what I love about it. But they all have something to offer, man, and I'm just trying to figure out what that is, and they really do. They all really do.
Now, does it go beyond the capturing of that to the actual, like, production, the editing, the graphics, the special effects that make you unique versus the other people? Or do you think that is also a representation of the artist's vision? And
I think special effects is a pretty common thing in music videos today overall. Like,
okay.
There's a lot of competitive effects work or whatever. I think we do a great.
Because I watch your videos and I'm like,
I think we stand out.
How did he know what? How did he do that? That is insane.
It's more about the creative ideas, I guess, though.
Yep.
Like you can do like an effect that looks really cool, but if it's just a wall,
right? There's no purpose to it.
Yeah, it's more about like the design of the movement of how things lead into.
So you're coming from this like place of art and creativity. It's like almost like the video is this painting to you. Do you have a background with actual like paint and brush, this kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that?
I've always been an artist. I'd always drawn.
In what sense? Like you could draw the perfect human, or you can like abstract.
Yeah, like I did like a lot of charcoal back in high school times.
Yeah.
Like back then I was getting really good. I was honing in on like the realism stuff. I was just drawing. I could draw like photorealistic faces and
I'm asking
like
these questions knowing the answer. It's definitely photorealistic. That's for sure. Like you showed me the up close of the woman there, and it's like
I'm proud of it.
Whoa,
and
you should be proud of it. It's bananas. It totally is.
But after you do that, like after you like go through a realism phase, it's like you never want to do realism again, almost.
Right.
Unless it has like a special meaning or something. But
so when did you first catch the bug or the calling to be behind the lens to want to do videos? When did that happen? Did you see a certain video and you were like, oh my God, I want to make videos? How did that happen? You were riding your skateboard, you were like 6, and then the next day you were just buying cameras?
Yeah, it was like a combination of things. It was literally like a combination of like Jackass was happening at like.
Is that something you were getting down with? Did you have your own version?
Everybody got down
with
What were
you doing? Give me some of your stunts.
I was a kid. I was a 13-year-old, boy.
You blowing things
up?
Were you jumping off the house?
We were doing everything. Yeah, all that stuff. We were doing everything that we could.
Any broken bones in that time?
I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
That's good to hear.
We jumped off the house though. We actually literally did do that.
Was there snow? Was there a snowbank or no snow?
There was.
Cardboard boxes?
There was dumpster diving. There was, stupid kid stuff, man. But we did it.
So you were getting cameras then and filming.
I was shooting that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, as weird as that sounds, that's like earliest times of really starting to experiment with a camera.
Okay.
And then that mixed with, my dad like just always listening to music and watching. My dad was just always musically. He was into the prog rock scene heavily, especially earlier in that time. And that music is like very, like artful.
Yeah,
artful.
It's like a score. Artful. Yeah. So let's you talked about your dad and your childhood buddies and that stuff. Where were you when after you were residing in the Belly in the womb, right? You made your escape into the world. Where were you?
In Nashua, New Hampshire.
Nashua, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So that's where all this is going on. You were born in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And, okay.
That's a great way to ask how somebody's been, where somebody was born. So you were in the womb.
Yeah. It was so sweet and nice. For some reason, you chose to escape, or you were forced out.
Yeah.
And then it's like, Nashua, what's happening here? Oh, man.
That's great.
Are there other directors or producers out there who were inspiring you early on in your music video production stuff, or was it just you going at it?
Yeah. I mean, you know, what's crazy is I met Steven Spielberg, which is one of them. I ended up meeting him. I met him.
You met Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
How did that come to be?
Like a random, my friend Kristen, who was in junior high with me.
Yeah.
Like my childhood friend Kristen, one of my best friends.
We love Kristen. Childhood friend Kristen. Lots of love.
I love you, Kristen. She was got a job at Scholastic in New York, and like they do this kids press corps thing where kids interview celebrities.
Okay.
And she hit me up and was like, "Hey, I got a kid corps press thing that needs a videographer. It's in L.A. I was in L.A. at the time.
Yeah.
And she was like, "It's Steven Spielberg." Like, and I was like,
"I'll take that."
And I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah. Appreciate that.
What?
Really nice of you. I'll be there now.
Like, I'll do that for, you know, she actually asked me how much money I wanted for the job first before she told me who it was.
Okay.
Probably because she knew I would have been like, "I'll pay for that."
Yeah.
So I got actually paid for that too, which is crazy.
So what was the first situation when you met Steven Spielberg?
It was just just a quick interview. It was so passing, touch and go. It was like
1 minute.
I met him for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Most of that time I was just watching a camera. So
did you draw anything out of those 20 minutes? Were you trying to like suck energy out of him?
Of course.
Did you succeed in this effort?
The biggest thing I got from him is that he looks you right in the eyes, right in the eyeballs.
Yeah, confidence.
Yeah, he was fierce with his stare.
Now we're gonna be like staring at each other, awkward for the rest of this.
It was like this though. It was like this, and it was like,
oh really?
It was, and it was like, I didn't like it. I was like, Steven Spielberg, stop doing this to me. But he did. He did do that.
When I think about Joyner Lucas, I think about you. I think about tens of millions of views. How did that relationship develop?
So
are you
Sip, whose brand
Sip?
This is?
Okay, Sip Culture Brand.
Yeah. He
we love Sip.
We love Sip. Sip, I love you. He showed me Ross Cap, which is one of Joyner's early. It's the first video that really blew up for him. Was Ross Cap. And when we say blew up, we mean like went a little bit viral.
Right.
Like nothing as big as he is now, but went a little viral.
Nothing too major like the situation these days.
Silence my phone. My mom.
Hey, Mom.
My mom says Happy New Year's.
Oh, that's so nice. We were just talking about your belly.
What was I saying?
I'm asking.
Ross Cap.
Here we go.
Sip showed me Ross Cap in that video. I don't know if you've seen that video, but that video is awesome, and it is extremely Joyner. Like, it's like he's in it, another character's in it, tells the story, walks you through the storylines. It's first person point of view.
Is this like wait, is this the story about the kid and the gang situation that gets? Yeah, man, I know that very well. It's epic. Yeah, man.
So that was the first that I saw that video and was like, this guy is amazing.
That's how I felt.
And I was like, basically like, who knows him, you know?
Yeah.
And my friend Eric actually was like, I do booking stuff for him. And then we went to
where'd
show
you go,
he
Ben?
was doing.
Okay. Where was the show? I like details.
He was coming through Manchester, so
okay.
We went to a show in Manchester, and then I met his manager and stuff, and I was like, hey, have him come back by the studio.
Yep.
You know, I like basically pleaded them. Like, I was like,
listen,
get him back to the studio. And he came back to the studio, and then, you know, the studio.
Studio's in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yep.
Just a couple minutes from the club. He gets there, he walks in, and you're like, let's record, let's hang out, let's film.
It was like, from there, it was like, we show him a video, he watches the video, and then it was like we made a little quick deal.
He's like, all right, let's put in some work. Let's do this.
And he like left.
That's great.
It was like, poof, poof.
Really?
That was it.
Another 20-minute experience? Kind of like.
It was just a quick little meeting. And that was that. And then it led to everything.
Yeah.
And now, you know, we're here, and it's like, when you think about it, like how important that quick little meeting was, is actually pretty crazy.
When you sit back now, and I know there's many more to come, but you think about all of the videos that you have produced for Joyner Lucas, which one of them are you the most proud of? I'm not saying the one with the most views. I'm saying which one are you like, yeah, man, I feel so good about this.
So, I'm sorry is if the very last one we did, Like a River.
Yep.
Really like that one.
Okay.
That one's like up there.
That's up there.
Up until I don't know if that's because it's like my last thing I have.
Right, because the new ones are often a little skewed as to where they fit in on the scale.
But I do love that one so much.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's very personal it was like a really personal one for him, and he had been wanting to do that for a long time. Like, he had been wanting to say that for a long time, and he would talk to me about it, and finally he did. So
and
it was
you got across the field, and he was super stoked on it too.
Yeah.
But what's your number one for you? You don't have one. You do.
I'm Sorry is probably the.
I'm Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
That one because that was probably the time that I got the most like messages flooding into me, like saying like, I didn't kill myself because of this, like, this video saved my life, like,
I got you.
Like the pouring of messages from people saying like,
I see.
This changed my perspective.
You're talking about like your DM on Instagram is just blowing up, people being like, this video was unbelievable. You really helped me to get through a challenging time.
Yeah.
You got like actual human impact that you felt.
Yeah.
Wow, man. So we can check that video everywhere out there, YouTube, Joyner Lucas, I'm Sorry.
Yeah,
right?
That's a great one.
Yeah, definitely check that out. Mm-hmm. So what are you doing hanging out with Mark Wahlberg?
So
explain this to me,
I didn't
Ben.
I didn't hang out with Mark Wahlberg.
You're in photos together, and there's more than one. He's looking at your camera.
Believe me,
you're next to each other.
Believe me,
no one has a mask on but you.
I did not hang out with Mark Wahlberg. Joyner hung out with Mark Wahlberg, and then we had a shoot with Mark Wahlberg.
Were you on a strict you can't speak thing, or were you allowed to speak?
No, I can speak because it's been advertised. That video's been talked about now.
No, I mean on set. On set. I know some people when you're on set with them, they're like, don't talk.
Oh yeah.
You get to speak?
No, I get to. Of course, I get to speak. I have to. No, but I pretty much all I said to him was like, get in the car, and like, gave him the rundown of the scene, real quick with Joyner, and then off they went.
So in that period of time there, how do you feel about Mark Wahlberg as a human?
Professional, just a pro, just a straight business pro. He showed up on time and did his job and did it really good, and then he left.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
I like to hear that.
He had places. I think said he was going to Australia or something. I don't really know, but He was on the move. That guy's
and what's
working.
what's the video you're working on now? Let's talk about it. Oh, so Zimma? Is that so what is that? Explain this to me. Can we talk about it?
Can't really divulge like what happens in the video because it's not dropped yet.
How about who's in the song? Who produced the beat? Like these kinds of things.
Who produced the beat? I don't actually know.
Wow,
that's horrible. I should know that.
Look at that. Joyner, he is not paying attention.
I think
is not.
I want to say I do actually know, but I don't know for sure, so I don't want to say.
Don't say it then. Don't say it. Yeah.
You know.
All right. So who else is on the track? It's a Joyner track. We know there's an appearance by Mark Wahlberg. There's a car involved. Who is there? Other people on the track? Other featured lyricists?
There's George Lopez.
George Lopez is involved.
And then another.
Did you get to hear some jokes?
Who I can't say.
Yeah.
But George Lopez was awesome. Amazing.
Yeah. Was he a funny man the whole time? Was he acting funny or was he not acting funny?
I wouldn't say he's acting funny, but I would say he's a beautiful person,
chipper, nice glow about him.
I really like George Lopez. He was hosting us too because we were shooting actually at his place. So
okay.
Did
you sleep at his house? Like that kind of hosting?
No, I didn't sleep at his house.
It's a joke.
Well, hey man, you never know, man. When you're shooting, you never know what's gonna happen, but no, he was talking about the Dalai Lama, like before we got how that was the big takeaway from him is he told a story about the Dalai Lama, how to make your heaven on earth.
So he's a peaceful brother.
Yeah, he's exactly.
We got George Lopez, we got Mark Wahlberg, Joyner Lucas. Who else? Was there a rapper involved that is not Joyner Lucas?
There's Token.
Token is in this song.
No, not in this song.
Back to the Zimma video. Am I confusing you?
Zimma video has Mark Wahlberg, George Lopez, and a name who I can't say until the video.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
but it's it's there. I can say.
And when's that video expected to drop?
It's very, very, very soon.
Very, very soon.
Yeah, it might even be like when is this drop?
Right now.
Oh, it's like live?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. I like to keep it confusing like there's 5 walls.
Maybe.
How do you know how to do all the video production work? Is it just from like experience, grind, grit, or is there schooling? Do you have a mentor? Like how did you get to this position?
Every single one of those things.
Okay, let's touch on the schooling. What kind of schooling was involved? Ben Proulx.
I did high school video class. It started there because I had a really awesome teacher in high school.
Nashua High School.
Yep. They had a video. They had a.
What was her name?
It was him, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
I assumed a great teacher was a woman. I don't know why. That's weird.
Because they often are.
Yeah, that's right.
But
where my head goes.
But yeah, Mr. Pfeiffer was amazing, and he was a mentor. He was probably one of my like earlier mentors.
Mr. Pfeiffer. Yeah.
He kind of he had the approach of schooling that was like if he saw passion in a student, like he saw with
nurture the passion.
Yeah, he just was like. I wanted to basically make a movie instead of do all the assignments.
Right.
But he saw like I was serious and he was like, do that,
Oh, really?
And it's like supported, and that's how I learned. Like.
So you made a movie in high school, and what was his first name? This Pfeiffer guy, Jim Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
He sounds like a football player. Was he a big guy?
He's definitely not a football player. But he was in news actually. He was like came up and doing a lot of like camera work for news and stuff like that.
I gotcha.
And then teaching, and obviously. But he just was a good person.
Jim Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
You have been on the scene for a long time now. You've worked with a lot of people, a lot of times. You're out there on set. I assume you have a nickname now. No nickname.
Well, I'll say Joyner calls me Bernard.
Bernard.
He calls me Bernard.
Bernard. See, so there is a nickname.
I like that. Now, I only want to hear
see,
that. The only person who
you
can call me that is Joyner.
All right. This is what happens with nicknames. People receive them, and if they don't like them, they don't repeat them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't repeat.
You don't
that
choose
one,
your
really.
nickname. I won't call you Bennard out of, you asking me to, you don't like it. But I enjoy Bennard.
I don't dislike it, I guess. But
Bennard, it's something.
I don't love it. All right.
Oh, man. That's good. So through your production and through your business, you've gone to many amazing places. What are some of your favorite locations that you've shot videos at? Nashua, New Hampshire, or Los Angeles?
I like a lot of the local, honestly, like upstate type of spots.
What do you define as local?
Like we shot this is back in the day, but
back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. When you were listening to Ahmad, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, the Hartness House in Vermont, Springfield, Vermont.
Okay.
That spot was cool. Random, but cool.
They
had like an underground tunnel.
Is there a part of you that wants to go back there to film a video?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Definitely. It's weird because I heard.
So am I foreseeing a Joyner Lucas video in Vermont?
I don't know if Joyner would do it there. It depends
Come on,
it
Joyner.
Depends on what the
concept
concept
make Ben
is.
so happy, man. Get in on it.
There's I'll say there's like a stone tunnel.
Under the ground?
Yeah, under the ground.
Okay.
That's like pretty short, and it leads to a telescope, like one of the oldest telescopes built by James Hartness.
Is
in
it like
1800s.
the tunnel come out of the side of a hill where the telescope is, or is the telescope?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It's like there's like a big house, which is like a bed and breakfast now,
Yep.
and then there's like a secret door that leads downstairs to this tunnel.
Is it more of an Prevail video location?
It depends on the concept, I guess. If somebody needs an underground bunker, that's like where to do it.
I was in an underground bunker with you before, wasn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. You see what happened with that footage?
That was like a tunnel.
We were in a tunnel together under the city of Lawrence, Massachusetts.
That was a great time, man.
It was a great time. It was a very questionable situation, but everybody lived.
That was a great time.
Let's take a second to give some love to Sean Mitchell for losing a shoe out there in the muck.
Yes.
We love you for so many more reasons. But yeah.
That was gross. There was like this much of sludge,
what was that?
Mud stuff on the ground.
It was like red.
Right through it.
Red desert clay in the middle of Lawrence, Mass. Well, under the ground. That was like 10, 15 feet under the ground.
Yeah.
Gross.
But stuff like that is the memories, man.
When it comes to filming anything, do you prefer to have the studio environment, the controlled element, or do you love to be outside, or do you love the challenges that exist within both of them?
Being outside depends on the weather.
You want to shoot a video with Ben Proulx? He's like, what state are we going to be in?
Yeah.
I work in Florida, Southern California, small parts of Texas.
And what season are we going to be in? And like, is it going to be cold? I don't like being in the cold.
You don't like cold? You're not a cold guy. No skiing, no snowboarding.
I skied a little bit when I was a kid and not really as an adult because I'm just not.
It's cold. Often cold?
Yeah, I don't like being cold, man.
Video producer / often cold.
That could be
okay. So you right now where we're at, where it's starting to get cold, you're doing a lot of the stuff inside the studio.
As hard as possible to stay inside.
Ooh, this would be good inside. I got a great. Are you steering people? You say you stick with the artist's vision. Are you steering them at all to do the things inside right now?
I, of course, throw out anything that I think is cool. Of course.
Because you could create an epic product inside.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking about locations that you like to film in. Let's say you're doing a shoot in California, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have, or maybe you do. Do you always have the proper gear with you? Or is there a lot of times where you're arriving on set and you're doing some things to manipulate because you don't have all the luxuries of being near the home base? You ever end up working with janky equipment?
At this point, no.
Okay.
Because we don't. Well, yes. I shouldn't say no. Because yes.
Even when you rent it from like the Epic production company, when you get there, it's still gonna be like.
Yeah. There's always a moment where something is, even if you don't like, if you're on set, you know what I mean, and you have what you think you need. It's sometimes, no matter how hard you plan, you just need one more thing.
Yeah.
Like, because the idea comes on set, or you know, something has to change because of a production reason or whatever.
I'm sure a lot of great ideas come within the moment.
Yeah, you got to pivot all the time with doing this stuff, especially on like run and gun type.
Is pivot a hot
shoots.
word these days, or was it being used as much?
Pivot is just a word that really applies to this particular scenario.
It does. But outside of this situation, do you feel like people are using the word pivot a lot more than they used to?
I would say there's an upsurge in the use of the word pivot in the last about 5 years.
Yeah, I'm glad we can
can
agree on that there.
Yeah, culturally we've become a pivoting culture.
Yeah. So the challenges that you might face on set in LA are kind of similar to the ones that you would face here, because it happens in a moment. You're like, oh, we could use that, but now you can run just a few hours or whatever it is back to the studio to get it.
Yeah, it depends on like people who we have with us mainly. I have such a good team, man, and that's the key. Like, it's more about the people than the equipment, you know what I mean? Like, for sure, because like you could either rent another RE light, or you can have a person that can run and collect 3 work lights and make it work.
Yes.
And like, both things can probably get the job done.
Experience,
depending on the situation.
Know-how.
It's just kind of like having people that understand that things can flex one way or the other, and being ready for the flex. And I have that team. Jamie, my producer, he's amazing and has my back on all fronts like that right now. Jamie,
he might say it a little calm, but he means you are amazing, Jamie.
Absolutely, yes. Jamie is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, man.
Yes. That is what I mean. He is amazing.
Do you actually ever sit back and look at yourself as one of the best in the industry, as a success in it? Do you give yourself credit for what you've established and actually take the time, hold on, not in a conceited or boastful way, to feel good about the work that you create?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I always feel good about it.
All right. And are you proud of the work that you've created?
Oh, yeah. Definitely proud.
Now, with this, what are the goals that are in your head? What are you trying to do? I assume, I know, like, you're an artist, and this is a typical thing. You're like, oh, there's the ceiling. That's what I want to get to. You get to it, boom, and now your head's just through the floor, and you see the next ceiling, and you continue climbing this, like, artistic ladder of what you want to create next. And the next thing you know, you're writing books and creating, like, movies. So what do you see as the progression? Is it music videos forever and ever, or do you have these other things that you're...
Yeah, I think whatever comes my way for the most part, but definitely movies, and
kind of movies, sci-fi movies.
I like my like pocket. I think is like more of like thriller type style. My
blood and gore
pocket,
kind of. I don't know what thriller. I don't really watch TV. Sorry.
Just stuff that makes you, like. Want to figure out mysteries and leads you through kind of like a heightened experience, like a tense.
Okay, I shouldn't be thinking about the Michael Jackson Thriller video.
No.
Okay.
Although that's a great video.
Yeah. I thought so too, man. That was crazy. Yeah. Now, as you were going through these steps in the beginning, you're making the videos with the Jackass type of stuff, and at some point you made a video where this gets back to the success thing, but you made a video and you were like, whoa, this is actually like a real thing. I'm in position now. What was that particular video for you?
I mean, I guess.
Or was it a gradual climb here and there as it went on?
It was a gradual climb. I mean, I'm Not Racist was a standout like moment.
The Joyner Lucas, I'm Not a Racist.
Yeah, that was a standout moment for sure. That was like that was the biggest instance of we were doing one thing, and then all of a sudden there was just this feeling, and like everybody saying like basically congratulations to you all at once, and it was like, wow, this is different. This is like something else.
Let's talk a little more about that video. Where was it filmed?
In the mill in Manchester.
In Manchester, New Hampshire, in the mill. Give me some behind the scenes there. Was that an easy shoot? Was it simple for those people to play those characters? Was there a million takes of it?
It was an
How did
easy
it come
shoot
to be?
for us.
Right.
And it was definitely a amazing performance from those two guys, Max and Ralph.
From Max and Ralph.
Yeah, Max and Ralph Way and Max Foreman.
Right on. So did they nail it? Was it like a 2 hour?
It was crazy because they had like 3 days, pretty much. Not even actually. It was like 2 days. To learn the words
and look
lyrics.
Believable.
Yeah.
And do the acting part that comes with it. So you're talking about the skill of Joyner Lucas trying to imitate that. Yeah.
The acting part was a lot of improv on set in terms of like, the table being flipped over and the hat getting thrown off and stuff like that. I think
critical moments in the video there. So those were improv.
Yeah, they were instances of feeling. I think the hat actually might have been. I can't remember if we talked about the hat before we went into the shoot, but the table was definitely at one point. Joyner was just like, "You should flip the table," and I was like,
"Flip the table."
Right, yeah.
So when you're walking around, or the guys are walking around with the camera, are you yelling stuff to the actors while they're doing it? Are you saying, "Do this"?
Not in that instance, because
look at me, like, okay.
That instance, you want them to focus on the lyrics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
this is a serious song too. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like, the answer to that question is like it's all situational. Like, there's definitely situations where that's happened, that's going on.
You're like more movement. Like
especially like, when there is like a lot of movement, like running and or whatever, choreography, so to speak. But in a situation where somebody's memorized the lyrics and they're saying it back, or like if they have a long piece of dialogue to play back, or if we're taking sound at all, obviously, which we barely do in music videos, but we do it for skits.
Yeah. Are you actually like writing out scripts for these videos? Are people handing them this, or are they coming there and you're saying, all right, this is the vision here today, guys, this is what we're doing?
Sometimes we do like what's called treatments.
Yep.
And it's basically like a Photoshop document that has, 5 slides on it with pictures and visual references and colors and just like a description of what's happening in like a summary of what happens in the video and maybe different details depending on what.
It's like similar to like a storyboard with a little more detail.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's like, and we don't even always do that. Like with Joyner, a lot of times, especially.
Now that you've worked together so many times, he's not like, "What are we doing here? Where's the paperwork?" He's like,
so much of it's improv. He's a very improvisational director, I guess you could say. And then with Token like is an instance of he writes out his treatments.
Who's Token? Let's talk about Token. Who is he?
Token's an amazing rapper. He's from Marblehead,
Massachusetts. I'm familiar with him because my homie Mike Styles was like forever pushing Token on me, so I know who Token is, and I've seen your videos. Obviously, completely epic.
Token's killing it right now, and he's signed, and
He signed. Who's he signed to? Atlantic Records.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. And love to give that some love right there. Token Marblehead Mass signing up.
And he signed. He created his own little label with like their help. I believe their help, but he's like doing his thing. He's a real
got that entrepreneurial frame of mind rolling.
He does, and he
well thought out.
And he is just so focused, man. That guy. So insanely focused.
You can tell that by his lyrics, man. They're not like accidentally coming out. They're well thought out. This line relates to this line, to this line. There's actual content there, and there's a lot of bars there. So you got to sit down and really be like a focused individual to write the kind of things that he's writing. So I would assume that he's getting it done in his life, and he has a vision like beyond the rap for taking over the world.
Yeah.
You like gifts? Gifts, like presents.
Like
if I was to give you a gift, would you enjoy the process?
Oh well, yeah. I would feel a little bit like I need to give you a gift
back.
Oh
no, don't have that feeling.
I always. Have that
no, I don't like gifts. Just kidding, but no, don't have that feeling. I'm gonna give you a gift.
I'll accept a gift. Jesus.
Call me Jesus. All right, there you go. Let's open this up. This is the goody box. You pick the right sticker, the only one that you could pick. I made that simple because a lot of people were getting like confused with this operation. I want you slide the box in this direction so it's not under the mic, and then let's go through it one at a time. No, all the way towards me on the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Here we go. Start reaching in there. Let's see what happens here. There's a lot of thought put into this for you, Ben.
I think I want. Hold on.
What do you want? Look at that. You see? Okay. First thing, the Enjoy Your Life hat. Take them out. Just throw the items on the floor as they come out. Once you say.
This is the one I want.
I know. I know it is. No, there's other things that you like.
No,
there is. He filmed the video for Free Volt Once You Say. That's why he loves that so much. Yeah, don't worry about the other CDs. Just roll through. I want you to take the items out right onto the floor. I want them all coming out, Ben. Let's do it.
I got you.
Hey, one at a time. What do you got as you go through them here? CD, who's this?
Drones from Home.
Drones from Home. I don't know. We get a lot of CDs here. I love to give them to people. And Enjoy Your Life hat. Maybe you'll wear that. I think you look great in it. Yucca Fountain. Do you know Andrew Bablow? Steve's Design. Steve's Magazine. Yeah, man. That's his install that he did out there in like Texas or something. Pretty epic. Yucca Fountain, it's called. I mean, that's awesome. Just a koozie. Will Daly, a Boston, Massachusetts artist that's coming on the show at some point.
Nice.
And a good human.
I like this cover art.
Yeah, it's likable. Yeah.
What else we got here?
Oh, there's a beer in there for you. Riverwalk, stay at home for the holidays. Golf ball.
Should I use this?
Yeah, I think that sometime you should just step out onto the back porch. Oh, no, not on a golf. Just smash it. Yeah.
Smash it?
When you're having a quick second, maybe tonight.
I live right in the city.
Even better. Even better.
It'll just go
Wait
right
for the
through
response. Go back in the house. What's it?
Like a candle holder.
Yeah, it is.
That's sick.
It is sick. Well, it's healthy, but it's sick.
Well, it's got the peaceful.
Yeah, you could put a little tea light in there.
The peaceful vibes.
Tea light. What do we have here? Involvement music. I see you wearing tank tops out there in the world.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, There you go.
I think I actually have.
You might have that from
like a lot of
from like 2010.
Yeah.
When I last saw you.
Yeah.
That's my new album right there. I'm trying to force you to listen to that.
That's amazing. Enjoy your life. That's a very you photo on the front of it.
Yeah.
You don't have to force me. I'll definitely.
Original photo taken by A.M. Royo Photography, or maybe it's a Rollo. No one really knows.
Do you ever? Oh, you got a Joe Sambo feature.
There's Joe Sambo's on there. Chuck Fender's on there.
Oh, amazing.
Warrior King's on there. Asa Danaki Whaler, Junior Toots, Reggae Legends all over that album, boy. All right, I'll slow down now. Sorry.
No, it's great music.
Yeah, man.
It is. Great music. It's great music.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's good reggae stuff.
New wave reggae. There's more in the box. Let's keep going with the goody good box. Let's do it. That you don't have to.
What is new wave reggae?
New wave reggae? I would consider it, in the sense that it's not traditional roots rock reggae. I have some like more hip hop kind of bass drum patterns on there and that stuff.
Got you.
And the changes might have some rock and roll feel to them. In case you wanted a little snack, it's just it's a little snack for you. It's a totally regular human. Your kids could eat that snack just in case you have, maybe you're a little hungry.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I thought so. Some tea. Yeah. Oh yeah, Aldous Collins. That one's gonna go to your girl right there. That's the One Love Aldous Collins, an amazing artist and musician. Little tank top there.
The one that's actually definitely gonna go to Amanda is
what?
Is
this one?
She's gonna love that one. I think.
I'm sorry to give you so many gifts.
No, it's good.
Yeah, it's mostly because I just love you.
Yes, and also, you gotta shout them out. Mandy could.
Yeah. The CDs, I love the people, but you don't actually have to worry about them.
It's important, man. These are like all local artists, right?
I appreciate. I don't know where they're from. There's a lot of CDs. Like you know how it is. A lot of CDs come to the studio. I love the people for it. Now that right there. What's that say on it?
The War of Art.
Now, this is a special one.
This is obviously a special one.
This is a special one. Now, I want you to, hold on. I want you to open the front cover and immediately read the words out loud into the mic.
Yo, Ben. Congratulations on all your new and continued success. Love watching the journey. Keep making great art. I feel like you should say keep making great art.
Keep making great art. Did I do it right?
I think you could put more into it, honestly.
Keep making great art.
Yeah. There you go. If you haven't read this book, it changed my life. Happy New Year, brother. That's beautiful.
Well, who's it from?
That's from Marcus.
You see, that's why I didn't say it the way you wanted me to.
Marcus Sebastiano.
It's Marcus Sebastiano. He wrote that for you today.
Wow.
Today. It's his book. He loves the book. I was like, Ben's coming through. He said, man, I want to write something and give him this book. That's a special gift right there.
Yeah, he
today.
Said, it changed my life, he says.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
He really hopes you read it. He said, tell him I hope he reads it.
I'm going to read that.
I told him you have no time, but you'll make it happen.
Well, no, I have enough time to read it. Read that. I'll read that.
Yeah, man. I wasn't sure if that's your color, but I thought, man, nobody really enjoys your life like Benny Proulx. Bennard! It is, player. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Oh, man. Shouldn't have told you that.
You shouldn't have. I'm done. I'm done with it.
I mean, it is what it is. Pounds of love. I'll slap that sticker on the door.
There it is.
Studio.
A couple zip ties.
Zip ties?
I know how it is. Sometimes you need zip ties out there.
That's beautiful.
Got some funny words on that pencil. Yeah.
Steez.
And here we go. My favorite part of the show.
What is it?
Every guest that comes on here gets a little piece of my old clothing. Those there were pants. They're really nice pants. They're just not my size, man. And I was like, yo, these look like they might fit you. That's it. That's what that is. How do you feel about that? You think you'll ever wear them?
I feel great. I'm gonna.
He's like, time for me to check out now.
I'm gonna wear them. I'm gonna wear them and send you a photo.
I hope you do. They're warm, really warm. A warm pant. And no negativity. You know, I had to think about who that one went to.
No negativity.
Yeah, no negativity is because you're just that guy. You know, you carry a great vibe about you.
I actually really like this.
Yeah,
I'll wear this right now.
Yeah, there it is, being worn. And then, yeah, that card was my number, you know, in case you just ever need to chat.
I already have your number.
I know.
I'll give it to somebody good. I'll give it to I'll give it to somebody good.
So, have you ever had an epic failed disaster operation? You go out, you're with some high-profile client, you do all the filming, you get back to the room, and you look, and you're like, oh my God, oh gosh, this happened. Camera one did not, or something like this. I see some wheels spinning.
There's been a few times.
More than one.
I think everybody's got a few times.
Of course.
I mean, there was like, still to this day, I can think of some really old times that happened that it was like, damn, like we once did a whole shoot and didn't even record anything.
Who was it? Who was the person? It was
not for, this was like a long time ago. This was like a movie I was doing back like when I was young.
But as of recent, stressful time where you got back to the room and you're like, oh by golly, you haven't done those kinds of.
As of recent, we've been pretty. I mean, we're like a pretty well-oiled machine now to a point. You know, it just kind of comes with doing it so many times. Even if that situation does happen, it's not
like
that
15 bad. Backups already.
Yeah, it's like there's enough backups, and I'm that person too, like who, in the eye of the storm, that's like one of my favorite times.
Yeah,
because I'm just like, it's like becomes a challenge. Like, all right, we're gonna make this work. How are we gonna do it?
Yeah.
How can this work?
That was a part of my question there. So has there been times where it happened and you never informed the client and you created this video and they looked at it like, that was awesome. And you're like, yeah, they didn't even know that we missed that part. No, I'm too honest for that kind of move.
Well, I just like, in terms of like artist jobs, there's so every second of the way, like including usually the editing sessions and everything. So
I gotcha.
I usually can't hide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even if I wanted to, like
you cannot. So
like, I can't hide. Like
a lot of the things you're doing, the majority of them are associated with music.
Yeah.
Do you actually love music?
Of course.
Like you hear Joyner's tracks and you're like, oh my God, we got to do a video for this song. This is so good. Like you love the music?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's actually more often than not with specifically with Joyner, the videos come first. Like the thought process of what the video is going to be comes before he records it.
I gotcha. So what are you listening to in your car? Like on the way over here, what was going on? Was it dead silence because you've just had too much?
Honestly, I rock in silence a lot, and I won't lie to you. And on the car over here, I rocked in silence.
Silence. No, all about it. Silence, classical music, maybe.
Not even. I just actually did go completely silent drive. Meditative that way, I guess, for me.
I can feel your sense of calm from that meditation phase that you had on the way here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about views. All right?
Yeah.
You have multiple videos out there with over 1 million views in them.
It's crazy, man.
What was the first video you put out that hit 1 million views?
I want to say it was Happy Birthday.
Happy Birthday.
Yeah, I think it was Happy Birthday.
Okay. And do you recall having a certain emotion? You're like, yeah, well, I feel pretty good at the.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels good to hit 1 million views. You got to embrace it, that it feels good.
And now, how many times has this happened for you? It's like 10, 20, 30 times you've done this process already.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, man.
Is it a little numbing now? You're like, yeah, of course 1 million. I'm looking for 10 million. What are you asking me?
That's the struggle, right? Is like,
this is the ceiling I spoke of earlier. Yeah.
After you get to 1 million views 20 times. I think it's been like 20 times.
Yeah.
Maybe more. Probably more.
Let's talk about 10 million. How many out there have 10 million plus?
Not as many.
I know.
Still a good amount, like 10 probably or so. I don't know. I don't have a count.
Did that give you another feeling when you're like, oh, 10 million, that feels good? Or was it lost already?
It was kind of like, it was kind of like video. The first, it was. I think I'm Not Racist. That was the first really huge numbers.
Yeah.
That was the one. So it was kind of that same experience, I guess. It was all tied into one experience. Then every video drop that does really well, you just kind of go have a new experience.
So would you say in some way you are like a YouTube genius and strategy is super valuable, or would you say that the large part of the success of a video is dependent upon artists involved and reputation and their followings?
I don't by any means like excessively study up on how to use YouTube.
Okay.
Personally, but there's people around me that obviously do.
Right.
But
you think that's a big benefactor in what happens with the video, or you don't know?
It's more about like what platforms the artist. I mean, from a business standpoint, that's that's like more of a question for artist management type of person. But
well, I'm asking you.
It's one of those things where it's like you don't know the guy's name. You don't want to say the thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
Right, let's carry on to something that you do know about.
I know about creating videos.
You've had videos nominated for Grammy Awards. Right? Is that true?
What? I'm Not Racist.
That's right.
Was nominated for.
So was that a good vibe for you? Did you go to the Grammys?
Yeah, I've been to the Grammys twice.
Been to the Grammys twice, boy.
I've been to the Grammys twice.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Completely insane. You roll to the Grammys. Did you take a limo? Who you rolling with to the Grammys? You got your girl with you? You with Joyner?
So when I went to the Grammys with Joyner, I went with my two. I mean, we were like a team unit that made this video. It was like, it was me, it was Connor, it was Stintz, and that's who went to the Grammys.
Max and Ralph didn't go?
No, Max. Well, Joyner brings his mom. Joyner brings his best friend, his manager.
Yeah.
Then you're maxed out.
You know
what I mean? Like, they don't give you that many
tickets
to that thing.
Did you go to some exclusive super Grammy'd out party after? Hollywood parties going on? What'd you do after the Grammys?
Not really. We there is like a built-in party that happens.
But that's not where you're going.
No, that is where.
That is where you're going.
To be honest, it's a pretty good party. Like
I'm sure it is.
All free food, and TLC was performing.
Oh, no doubt.
At that time, that was the two years ago.
Long ago,
At the after party, like there was just like a TLC show.
Just at the after party.
The after party.
That's pretty dope.
People swinging from swings, and it was like a Cirque du Soleil stuff going on. It was kind of awesome, to be honest.
How about extras? You make videos. People hit you up nonstop, like, yo, let me get in the video. Let me be an extra. Let me have the main role. How do you go about the process of deciding who's going to be in the videos? Is it hand-picked people? Is it?
Usually we just talk. I'll just talk with whoever the artist is about what the vision is for the character, and then we'll just be like, do you know anybody?
Yeah. Anybody know anybody?
Yeah. And then, sometimes, a lot of times, like, they'll choose their friends and family to be included. And
when all else fails, a social media post.
Yes, I post a lot to Facebook and just be like, hey, casting this role in this role. And I field it. And sometimes I'll reach out. It's more specifically.
Yeah.
We just kind of use our friends and family as much as we can.
Yeah. Are my friends and family? Let's get.
Yeah, man.
Now, if you're sitting there, what's your Instagram? What's your handle there?
It's BTPROULX.
BTPROULX. Check it, right?
Yep.
Now, you go scroll through the BTPROULX, right?
Yeah, BT Proulx.
BT Proulx Instagram page, and it's like, boy, look at this dude's life. Look at the things he's doing. You're in like little dune buggies with Joyner Lucas driving through swamps. You're on set here and there. It's like this whole like people. It looks like
that monster truck thing he has, or it's called a Sherp.
The Sherp is like,
Basically
you guys
a
are just
monster
killing
truck.
it with the Sherp.
That thing is crazy.
So when we look at
That
this,
thing is insane.
it's like your life is totally just chilling. Like people like, it looks like you kind of just hang out and like pull out your camera once in a while and you just have this cool scene. So is that the reality of your world? Because your Instagram, like, if you look at it, if you just look at it close, no matter how you look at it, you're like, oh, this guy's just got a cool life. So what's really going on in this cool life? Do you work at all?
Lots of work.
A lot of work.
Every day. Constantly. I'm working, yeah.
And what do you consider a lot of work? Is that 4 hours a day? Is that 12 hours a day? Maybe even 20 hours a day?
It's 12 plus hours pretty much every day.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
About what? Because I'm always working. I'm just. It's actually like, I guess, pretty much time.
The whole
like,
time,
I'm always
just working.
I
know
really
it's
am.
tough to like wrangle you in to get you on the show because you had deadlines with Joyner.
Well, there's always new stuff too.
Yeah.
We're also like I'm starting a new company right now. It's called Humble Hero.
Humble Hero.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Humble Hero. Give Humble Hero some love.
Yeah.
What is it?
Humble Hero. It's not like up yet, so it's not like fully prepped to be launched. But it's gonna be like very soon, like days from now.
What does it do though?
It's the production company unit, but what we're gonna do with it is funnel other production company units to try and basically I want to be a beacon for artists, music people in New England to come to figure out what they need to get done, especially in the way of music videos, but in terms of like there's like creative teams, there's a lot of creative teams around, and especially around this area I pretty much know like most
so you're like pooling everyone together to provide resources, provide guidance.
It's really what I want to do is just kind of get everybody together, man. Like get everybody.
What's the thing you said? Without a team there's no dream, or only a dream with a team? What's your you say something like this?
All of it. I don't know. I forget.
I've seen you say this before. Maybe I just read it.
There's no, without the team there's no dream.
There it is.
That's what I probably said.
All right. On that topic,
it's true.
When I hear Charlemagne the God say to Joyner Lucas, like, Joyner, man, been watching the videos, and I can see you going in like a movie direction and becoming an actor in movies. And to me, I see the same thing. Do you feel that a part of that interpretation is because of the work that you created? And further than that, do you feel that you are a part of the successes of the artist, and do they feel the same way about your role in the operation?
Yeah, I think that it's a family of people working together to make a thing happen in any instance that I'm working in. For sure. Like the last year I went to the Grammys with Prevail. The band, and they're
not a metal band.
I wasn't nominated for a video for that. They just took me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
they just took me.
Family vibes, yeah.
And that's the kind of closeness I am to, I guess, to the.
Did you get a Happy Holidays text from your boy Joyner?
I was just with him pretty much. So to be honest with you,
we actually don't text anymore because we're too much near each other.
I would say yes, but he probably would have. But we were just actually pretty much working. Like, and then like Christmas happened, we were like, peace, we're doing Christmas, and then we came back, kept working. It's like so.
How about Project 2 Studios as like a home base situation? What goes on over there? Is there a production studio? What's the situation?
Project 2 Studios is like the legacy now, and for me, and Humble Hero is going to be the new brand I take on.
Is there still a Project 2 headquarters and studio and this kind of situation existing?
Yeah, so there's like There's a few, I guess, because technically there's one up in Dover.
Dover,
and then yep,
New Hampshire.
Yep, and then because that's with Connor, and then we're kind of transforming the studio now into being associated with that new brand, Humble Hero, and then we're hopefully going to be getting a new space in Bedford. That's like we're getting a bunch of spaces basically.
Humble Project Hero 2.
Something like that.
That was hard for me. Yeah.
I'm just gonna start representing Humble Hero, man.
Right on, man. I look forward to checking out this Humble Hero when it does come to be.
That's the brand.
I clearly can see that you have a lady love in your life.
Yes.
A road dog, a sidekick, and not only that she possesses an exceptional skill of her own, and it's not like you're keeping her around and trying to push her into what you're doing. It's like she definitely should be there. She's crushing it.
Yes.
What does she do?
She's a makeup artist and a movement artist and a artist. She's just kind of like an all-around artist.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we vibe so well. Like we're even if I have a little downtime, it's kind of it's used towards doing something creative with
What's
her.
Her name again? I'm sorry.
Amanda Marie. She goes by Marie on Facebook. Marie. Just Marie.
That's
her
it.
Artist name, yeah.
I've noticed a lot of her work over the years, but I did definitely get a kick out of her being you. That's a good look.
Yes.
So was that a total surprise?
That was for Halloween.
Did you know she was going to?
I had an idea, but
Okay.
a lot of people didn't, and I didn't really have an idea. You know what I mean? Like every time she does anything, she goes in the room, closes the curtains, does herself. She turns herself into like
what? Yeah.
Special effects, all different special effects characters. Basically, she was just Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, like you wouldn't know. You'd walk by her thinking it was just a guy. That's where the level that it's at.
No, we were
when
having
she
a
has
little
the
party
makeup on and everything.
People were coming into the party being like, "Who's that guy? Who's that little guy over there?"
So when you looked at yourself on, this is crazy. I have so many questions. When you looked at yourself first on your lover's face, did you think you looked like that? Was you like, that's what I look like? Or
No.
you're like, no, that's not me.
You know,
Like,
I've
that's
looked in a
cute.
mirror so many times that I'm a pretty harsh critic when it comes to, you know. But it was definitely very well done and very according to the masses, it was very accurate.
This obviously leads to the next question. Was that taken off before you went to bed that night?
I could answer this question so many different ways, but the answer is well, I'll leave that up to your imagination.
Cliffhanger. I gotta say this, man. So the idea with this show here, everybody that comes on to offering something, there's two reasons. 1, 2. All right. The first reason is from where I am in this world, I see, recognize, and watch develop your great successes. And I know that in your successes that you are actually being the human that you are. You are being a reflection of yourself. You're more appealing because you are being yourself and you're carving your own lane and working with others and living this beautiful life that allows you to be at peace. I love that. And I also know that the other reason is that as a human, and you can see this in your character here today and with everybody that you come across, that you remain humble and normal and kind, and you are of benefit to society and to the community that is around you. You're a good human.
I try to be,
see
man.
that.
You know, I think everybody has times where they learn about, you know, themselves, and I think for me that's why I want to call the company that, the Humble Hero.
Yeah.
Because just to remind myself constantly to stay humble,
Right.
It's important.
There's a lot of opportunity to be pulled in the other direction, and you do a fantastic job of just being a kind, loving, genuine human.
Yeah.
And I'm just, as a grown man, confidently looking at you and saying, yo, I'm proud of you, and I'm also proud of the fact that you're a good person.
Thank you, man.
Likewise. It can never hurt to hear that, and I'm just telling you that, bro.
Yeah, likewise, man. With everything you're doing, you and your dad's self now, and that's
creating little ones.
Yeah, man. I forgot to ask you, how is that?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's the best thing that's ever happened. Yeah, I love it. I love having little kids, man. Oh, golly. Yeah. Lots of love to Marcellus and Cassius and Mama. You want to play a game? Let's play a quick game. It's going to be real quick. The name of the game is Fast, Fun, and Not So Smart. All right?
Okay.
So don't think much. Just say the things.
Okay.
It's really not going to be that good, so don't get your hopes up here, all right?
Okay.
Just roll with me as I try to.
Okay.
I'm going to say questions quickly, and you're going to respond just immediately. Don't think. If you think, it didn't work.
Okay.
Here we go now. Fast, Fun, and Not So Smart, featuring Ben Proulx of Project 2. It's not Project 2 Studios anymore. Featuring Ben Proulx. Best music video you were ever a part of. You already said it. I'm sorry. A project you wish that you never did. Come on, man.
I don't have an answer.
You don't have any of that. You can't. I'm too nice to say this kind of thing. Here we go. Carrying on to the next one. You have one meal left to eat. You're gonna die. What are you gonna eat?
Probably Ben and Jerry's. Probably, depending on the time of the day.
Ben and Jerry's. What flavor?
Probably something with Reese's or cookies or something.
Kid loves Ben and Jerry's.
Depends on my mood.
Yeah. If you had to eliminate one state in this country, it was just gone. What state would it be? Gone. State by
Florida.
Wow. You'd be amazed at how many people say Florida. I don't know why.
Have you
not
been to
so
Florida?
good down there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, see, I told you it wasn't going to be good.
I thought it was pretty great. I enjoyed it.
It was all right.
I said it's over.
Well, man, once again, thanks for being here. I appreciate you taking the time out of your life.
Thank you for having me, man.
Come on in here. Yeah.
This is cool. And thanks for all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of stuff now.
Pants.
I hope you have space for all that. Anybody we haven't given love to that you want to give some love to before we step on out of here?
Everyone. Just everyone. Stints. I love Stints. Let's give love to Stints.
Let's give love to Stints.
Definitely give love to Stints. Stints does a lot of the VFX, a lot of the editing, and he shoots everying.
Stints.
Dude, he's the guy.
Stints is the guy.
Stints gets it done.
Stints, I gotta know you, Stints. I love you, buddy.
Stints deserves so much love.
Let's give Stints some respect. Anybody else you got to pump out there? Shout out to my man. That's it. I know we already gave love to a whole lot of people.
Dan. I love Dan.
Dan's lovable.
Dan, I love you.
One more time, the Instagram situation is BT Proulx. That's it? Is that what it was?
Yep, BT Proulx. T is my dad's name, my middle name.
What's
Tim?
It's just T. Tim. Bernard. Timothy. I'm sorry, I was gonna resist. Joyner, that's a good one, buddy. All right, man. Well, I feel good. You ready to check on out of here? That's
good,
it, y'all. It's Offering Something. I love you for watching the show. This is Ben Proulx. You gotta get hip with him. Thank you to our sponsors. A whole lot of love to Enjoy Your Life brand. Everything at Enjoy Your Life brand. Thank you to the Higher Education Music and Arts Festival. Get hip with them, highereducationfest.com. And a whole lot of love to Riverwalk Brewing Co. It's a good life we're living. Remember that. Enjoy your day. Enjoy everything. My name is Michael Bernier. Click that subscribe button. I love you for it. That's about it, Ben.
Bye-bye,
Bumper
everybody.
and peace.